Hi YouTube, it's Dr. Dave. I'm gonna read some poems from my book, Lines Drawn Authentic, A Realized Man. I'm in the height of hospital clothing because I'm currently in a psychiatric hospital. I thought I'd start by reading a poem about mental illness that I wrote, and it's called A Circuitous Path Through Madness, because I have been out of the hospital. I'm back in the hospital. In this poem, Don Quixote, the story of Don Quixote is important. This was written in the 1500s, Don Quixote. He was a regular guy that went mad and thought he was a valiant knight. And he thought windmills were giants, so he attacked them with a fake lance. The other reference is to Tristan and Isolde. Tristan and Isolde is an ancient story of two lovers. Tristan was a warrior, he was a knight, and Isolde, his lady, was a healer. And those two stories figure into my poem. Kind of complicated poem, but bear with me. Here we go. A circuitous path through madness. I have wandered, walked a circuitous path through madness, and I know there's no romance in madness, no art in it. I now stand in sanity, more or less, understand where I was, where I went, stand with side effects from lingering symptoms, from the pills I need, too. Pills that keep me this side of normal, with you, with where I was. Though simple effort still taxes my will, my soporific avolition, with a modicum of happiness breaking through the forest depression deep. The circuitous path through the gloom I wandered out of to here with you where I was. Not the manic elation I knew for a decade, nor a decayed will when I couldn't move, motivate. Simple effort made enormous. Ambition used to mean what healing means to me now. I know now why Tristan and Isolde required connubial conjunction. I know the swoon of Tristan's potency into Isolde's salvific potions. Solipsism, isolation. Isolation Isolde could solve, save me with solutions, potent salves, potions, herbals, to bring back my heroic effort to get out of bed, to make another poem. Words wound in sane sense, not just to joust vainly at windmills, whirling of a dizzying mental vortex, failing mind, falling into delusions, furtive stabs at shadows of reality. Shadows cast by fatuous fire inflamed in my feverish brow, nevertheless not touched with fire. Trying to fix a formulation within villainous violent shifts in ontic paradigms, breaking word sequences into nonsense. And here is no art, no romance, no fire. Now in many therapies I seek the soul of Lady Isolde's salves, potent restoratives my psychiatrist would potentially laugh at or in alarm lock me up. Guidance, the word stem, the root of medicine, directed me to fitting moods, modes fitting my proper self. Salve, fitting me, and so I, the world. Restoratives gave my psychiatrist the self she wants, though knows not how. I know how, no distance healings through the ether, of which I know nothing, but I heal. My psychiatrist who doesn't know, as I know, distance healings through the ether, the anesthetic pulling of my will into that simple activity, effortless as it used to be, and hedonia in doing. Pleasure like happiness piercing a clearing in the deep forest darkness, depression's deep gloom, like gladness, light steps skipping on this path, like the love Lady Isolde holds for prowess, like Lady Shakti's chakras, subsume Suma's breath, and prana is clarity of mind too, and spirit is psyche, chi, psychiatry is a chiasm of demonic possession, desperation's prowess, depressed, psychic chiasm, peripetia, in a well-written script. Light breaking through the forest gloom as in a clearing, a breath of fresh air, spiritual inspiration, hope, life-giving hope, life-giving hope as when life was breath, and breath was spirit. Spirit and life were in a word, life-giving words, stilling the spiraling, like blown windmill blades spinning in a profound nowhere. Incoherent mind, disordered words wheeled into order, wielding truth's double-edged sword, like an impassioned knight with strength like Tristan's himself. Truth wielded well, well-being, wellness, wellsprings of hope, strength of will, wandering back to you, to where I was, departing the wilderness, the wildness, the windmills, fiendish, whirling, perseveration, standing in sanity, more or less. I have wandered, walked a circuitous path through madness. There's no romance in madness. No art in it. I did not choose to compose this poem, nor to wander that artless path, to forge form out of chaos, make life a poem, a temporary stay against confusion, stability out of synapses, random firing, lost fires, inflamed again. This sound of sense, insane word sequences out of flames of loss, of Los's fiery forge. Thanks for bearing with me. We're going to cut it here.